Oh hey, today I'm going to be playing some Phasmophobia. I'm going to be demonstrating how most of the mechanics of the game work for my family, who is probably going to decide to watch this and doesn't know how the game works. So this video will be a very slow gameplay video so that I can explore how all the different items work, so that when people who aren't as familiar with the game watch, they can understand what's going on. I will probably be doing some other videos later on with my girlfriend that will be much more fast-paced. So let's hop right in. Doing some single player today. We're just going to go with professional level difficulty. I am going to start with my equipment already being somewhat leveled up. I will just have my loadout how it is right now. I'm not going to worry about upgrading things for this first game. This is fine. Cool. So once we get in, I'll show how the equipment works. We're going to start on Tanglewood, which is like the, starting map. However, it did get reworked recently, so I'm not as familiar with it anymore. Let's jump on in. We're just doing professional. Okay, so to start with, we're going to talk about some different things. I mainly prefer to try to go for perfect games, or what they're called. So not only do we need to use the evidence that we can get to figure out what ghost type it is, I also have to get all unique photos, videos, and sound recordings. As on top of that, we have to complete these 3 objectives. So our objectives can be seen on this board or in the journal. Our 3 objectives change each game, and for this game, we have capture a photo of any successful reading on an EMF reader, capture a video of a ghost, cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. Okay, so there's a few things. There's the video, there's the photo of an EMF reader. The EMF is an evidence item, and then there's incense. So let's look at this. We have our basic flashlights here, which we can toggle on and off. We have an EMF reader. We needed a picture of a successful EMF reader. If I turn this on, this is the level 3 EMF reader, which just means that it is a very good EMF reader. It will point out if there's any supernatural activity in an area. Okay, we have our sanity monitor. As your sanity goes down, the ghost becomes more active and sometimes more dangerous. We have an activity level, so when the ghost interacts with things or does events or different stuff, when it shows up, when it does something, it gives off a activity reading as well as an EMF reading. We have the map of the house, and then this is for a different item that we won't really get into. So don't forget to grab your key to the house, and then we'll open up the door. Toggle our flashlight on, our EMF reader is on. The first thing that we want to do is we want to go and find the, the breaker. Okay, we're going to turn on these lights, but you'll notice that the lights don't turn on. So we need to go find the breaker. I'm going to have my EMF reader out just in case the ghost does something on my way to look for the breaker. I don't know where it appears in the garage, if it is in the garage. Okay, it does not look like our power box, or breaker, is in the garage, so it's probably in the basement on this map. Most maps have around 2 places that the breaker can be. Oh, I did see my breath down here, so it is possible. Oh, we have a cursed possession. This is the summoning circle. In each game, you get different cursed possessions, and there's quite a few of them, but for this one we have this summoning circle. So I'm going to take a picture of it. It says on the camera, summoning circle. Oh my gosh, the ghost decided to do an event. That was crazy. So the ghost is definitely down here, I'd say. There's an EMF reading. I'm going to take a picture of that like I was supposed to. Now you'll see it has an arrow that points to where it is, and the lines across the top show that it was an EMF reading of 4. You only get evidence for the EMF if you get an EMF reading of 5. I'm going around turning on some lights so that my sanity doesn't drop too quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these items here. We know that the ghost is down here, and I'm going to bring in some more evidence items. So we're going to see if we get an EMF level of 5. Okay? But we need other things to make sure that we can figure out what ghost it is. Because I am playing on professional, you get all 3 evidences. So how you figure out what the ghost is you can get 3 evidences, and that narrows it down to a single ghost. All of our evidences are here. These are our different things. So EMF level 5, dots projector, ultraviolet, freezing temperatures, ghost orb, ghost writing, and spirit box. Those are all different things. So those are mainly over in this section. I'm going to bring in a camera so we can check for ghost orbs, as well as hopefully get a video of the ghost. I'm going to bring in a dots projector and a writing book. And then I'm probably going to come back out and grab the rest of the evidence items. So with the ghost writing book that I'm holding in my hand right now, you place it on the ground, and the ghost has a chance to be able to interact with it, causing it to write in the book. So I'm going to go ahead and place it right here, and we'll see if the ghost ever decides to write. This is something you just put down in the room, and it might happen, and you might come back and see it, or it might happen while you're watching. But if this evidence is not the case, the book will just sit there and not be interacted with. Oh my gosh. Did it turn on the train? That's cool. Okay, let's see if we can stop this though, because it is quite obnoxious. Hello? Can I interact with it? Nope, it is not being interacted with. Maybe it'll stop on its own at some point? Hello? Okay. Well, guess that's just going to be going forever. Can I drop something in its path or something? Nope. Goes right through it. Okay, this is the dots projector. What you do is you set this up on a wall, like over here, and then it'll display dots, okay? What happens is there's a chance that the ghost will walk through these dots, and you'll see the outline of the ghost. This is a video camera. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights. It has a night setting that does this, and we're looking to see if there is, I'm going to turn this off for now, if there is a ghost orb is what it's called. So there will be a little white dot that floats around. Oh, it turned this on. Let's turn that off. I don't see any orb, so I'm going to say that there is no ghost orb. I'm going to drop this, turn on the lights, and I'm going to go grab some more evidence. I will be sure to reactivate those dots so that if the ghost walks through them, we will be able to see. I might move the placement because it's kind of at a weird spot where the ghost will only walk through the dots. I never explained how the ghost room works. I will do that when I go back down. So now we have a thermometer to check for freezing temperatures, UV light, in this case it's a glow stick, and then a spirit box to try to get the ghost to respond with its voice. So we're going to start by checking for freezing temperatures down here. It is cold down here, so that we can tell that this is the ghost room. It is not, however, freezing. Freezing is when it goes below 0 degrees Celsius. Oh my gosh, ghost writing! I don't think I can also get the video of that. Yeah, it's too late. Okay, so we got ghost writing as an evidence. So we'll check that off. We have ghost writing. We saw that there was no ghost orb, so we'll cross that off. This train is driving me insane. Can I turn this off somehow? Is there a way to do that? Oh, it did this again. Oh, it just was a tiny one this time. Okay. Oh, it touched a door. I can hear it touching a door. So we're going to check for fingerprints now, for the ultraviolet. I assume that it was this door that it touched, but I'll check a few others just in case. Don't see anything. We heard the door touch. It, like, rattled the door. I didn't see any ultraviolet, but I won't cross it off just yet. We'll leave this there. Okay. I'm going to double check for freezing. It might have cooled down a little bit more. It looks like we aren't getting any freezing temperatures, so we can probably cross that off of the list. Now, we can tell that the ghost is in this room. It touched something again. What did it touch? Something. Oh, this cabinet, maybe. Okay, I don't see any ultraviolet fingers. I'm not sure if they appear on that or not, though. We can tell that the ghost is in this room because of how cold it is in here. Even though it's not freezing, it is still very cold in here. As well as we can see our breath. And it wrote in the book it's doing a lot of things down here with the EMF reader and everything. So those are all indicators that the ghost is in this room. The ghost can move rooms, for the most part. So we will have to be aware of that. Okay, I'm still not getting any sort of dots. Or not dots, ghost orb. I think I'm gonna put this over here instead of on the other side. Just because it seems to be interacting more with things over here, not that it really matters. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So we'll see if we ever get it to walk through the dots. I'm gonna go up and grab a few more things that probably will be very important. So far we only have one evidence that we have proven to be the case. Okay, perfect. I'll talk about that later. We still need to find other evidences, but there are other items that aren't just evidence items that can help us. So you'll see my average sanity is around 75% right now. Okay, we are going to grab a crucifix so that when the ghost, if a ghost tries to hunt in the range of the crucifix, it will be stopped. So hunts are how the ghost kills you. They will appear and start wandering around the house looking for you. They can hear you if you're speaking through your microphone in-game like this, or they can see you or sense your flashlight if you have your flashlight on you. I am also going to grab this sound recorder so that we can work towards our perfect game with the media, and I am going to grab, I think we'll grab the salt to see if the ghost will walk through the salt and if it will leave footprints behind after it does, because that is an indicator of UV. I don't think it's UV because I heard it touch some doors and never saw any ultraviolet, but I'm not 100% sure of how these doors down here work. So we're going to start by placing our crucifix in this room so that if the ghost tries to hunt down here, it will be stopped, hopefully. Then I will place down this salt in some places. Oh, that was fast. Let's check for footprints. Okay, I don't see any footprints, so I'm going to rule out UV. I don't think UV is going to be the case. So let's do that. Oh, it touched something again. Oh, it walked through the dots. Do you see that? So that's evidence of the dots projector. Where did I leave the video camera? See if we can get it walking through this. I'm going to turn this off, though. Nope, nothing. So we need to try to record that. Perfect. Recorded the disturbed salt. We need to see if it can walk through the dots again. So we have Deldagast, Diogen, and Obombo. Those are all pretty crazy ones. It can't be an Obombo because we ruled out ultraviolet. So it's Deldagast or Dio, which are both very scary things. The Deldagast is the newest ghost, which how it works is it's very fast with hunts and things like that, until you throw items. Once you throw a bunch of items that are just sitting around the place... Oh, there it was again. Dang it. I need to be ready to record. Once you throw a bunch of items around, it will stop being so fast during hunts. It'll be very, very slow. It keeps doing this. The Dio is somewhat similar in that you cannot hide from the Diogen, which is another mechanic. The ghost will, if the ghost sees you, it will follow you and it will try to catch you and kill you. However, there are hiding places so that you can avoid getting seen by the ghost. However, the Diogen always knows where you are and is super fast when it's far away from you. But once it starts getting closer to you, it slows down a ton. So both of these ghosts we could figure out during a hunt based on how they act during the hunt. Okay, I've thrown a bunch of items, probably not enough, but we'll just have to see how it goes. So at this point, what are we looking for? We're looking for EMF or spirit box. So let's go ahead and test spirit box. So we're going to turn out the lights so that hopefully we get more activity from it. And let me figure out where I left the spirit box. Here it is. We're going to turn on the spirit box and we're going to speak into it and ask the ghost some questions. Where are you?
Here in the...
Okay. We got a response. Let's go turn the lights back on. So we are dealing with a Diogen, I believe. Spirit box, Diogen. So this could be a very scary ghost if you go and hide on accident, not realizing that it's a Diogen, and then you're trapped in a hiding spot. But because we know that what it is, we aren't too worried about hunts, because it can be very easy to avoid. Now all that we need, so we figured out what our ghost is. What we need to do now, we got the picture of the EMF, we need to capture a video of the ghost, which we can definitely do during a hunt, because it's a Diogen. And we need to cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. We also need to get one more picture, we need to get 4 more videos, and we need to get 3 sound recordings. Dang it, I almost got it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the 3... Where's the photo cam? I dropped the photo cam somewhere, but I'm not sure where I dropped it. Dang it. There it is. So we're gonna try to get our 3 evidence, or our media filled out before we deal with the hunt, or at least closer to being filled out. So I'm gonna try to get a video of the ghost in the dots. If I scroll down from here, I will get my video camera, so we'll try to do that. I'm also going to try to get a recording of it. Hold on. Oh, dang it. I was checking to see. I already have a picture of the ghost, so I don't think I can get another picture during the hunt. This train is really driving me insane. I don't think I can interact with it, but I really would like to stop it. I can't get it to stop. Can I? Dang it. Not moving fast enough for this. Stop it! Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna stand over here and hope that the ghost keeps walking through the dots so I can get a good recording of it. Oh my goodness. So while we are waiting for this, I will talk a little bit. Oh, there. Yes, got it. That's great. Okay. So I got that video. We'll talk a little bit about how to get a perfect game. So you need all these different unique things. So I can't take another picture of the ghost or ghostwriting or an EMF reader. I have to get a new picture. And then all of these have to be unique. We haven't gotten a sound yet, so I guess I'll keep that out for now. Oh, it was in the dots again for a second. There's also the requirement to finish all the objectives. I don't know, okay, that counted as a video of the ghost. And then cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. We will talk about incense later on. There's also the requirement of having to find the bone. There is going to be a random bone somewhere in the house. So maybe we'll go do that. Maybe? I actually kind of want to wait here and get the rest of this media. I will bring other stuff in to get the rest of these. I think I'm finished with... not quite finished with my photos. So I will go... what I will do is... oh, it closed this. Interesting. I will go and take a photo of the bone that we will hopefully find. Maybe I should have grabbed my flashlight. So if you turn on too many lights in the house, it will trip the breaker and everything, all the lights will get turned off. So we want to be careful of that. We want to turn off lights as we go through looking for the bone. don't see the bone in here. We're going to go to the bedroom now, turn on the lights in here. That's not the kind of bone that we're looking for. We're looking for a real bone. Let's check this space. The bathroom here, nothing. You'll also notice that we have these cabinets that you can, or cabinets, closets that you can hide yourself in. This is a hiding spot. For most ghosts, you need to, when it starts hunting, you need to run to a hiding spot to stay safe. However, this ghost is special, and you will see why whenever we get the hunt. We might actually use the summoning circle to get the hunt. And we have many of these unlocked, so there's many hiding places. Okay, don't see the bone in here. Let's check this bathroom. Nothing in here. Check this bedroom. I don't see it in here. So my guess is that it is in the garage, or I am totally blind and walked right over it. So let's check here. Don't see it in the washroom. How about the garage itself? Okay. I definitely missed it somewhere. I wonder if it is in the basement where we've been this whole time. Now, it could be many different bones. There's all sorts of different bones to look for. I'm going to go through and double check again because I'm blind and missed it. So it could be as small as a little hand, or it could be a full rib cage, or just a standard looking bone. It is different every time, pretty much. Did it turn on this drill? Hey, stop that. There we go. Now it's off. Okay. I wonder... Yeah, no, I still can't turn it off. Thought I might have been clicking the wrong button or something. Oh, looks like we have a hiding place here, too. Not that that's very useful for this ghost, but it is a thing. I actually have no idea where this bone is. I'm very confused. Alright, I'm gonna grab the flashlight. I'm gonna check and see no reading here. I'm gonna go look for the bone again. Don't think I already grabbed it without paying attention. I think I'm blind. I don't know why I'm struggling so much to find this bone. On some maps that are bigger, it is generally much harder to find the bone, but on small maps like this, I don't usually struggle very much. I say usually because there's always times when I just walk right past it over and over again. It's generally just sitting on the ground somewhere. I didn't already grab it, did I? I would have taken a picture of it, probably. Oh, there it is. It's a whole rib cage. How did I miss that? Did I even come into this bathroom? Well, whatever. We have, or not rib cage, a spine. So there's the bone. We can take a picture of it, and then we grab it. And that counts towards perfection. So that should be all of the photos completed. So we don't need that anymore. Now I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to grab a firelight as well as the incense that we need. So this is a smudge, which is incense. You have to remember to grab a lighter, and then this is a firelight. Now this firelight is going to be useful to us because the ghost will blow it out, and when it does that, you can take both a video and you can record the sound of the ghost blowing it out. The smudge is needed for the objective that we have of smudging the ghost, when just using incense near the ghost. So we're going to go ahead and light this, and then place it on the ground here, or on the table here. Stop doing that. Actually, I might be able to get a recording of that. I don't need this, I need this, and I need... oh, I will drop the flashlight. I need this. Oh wait, I already did that. That was close. What have I gotten in terms of videos? Disturb saw and the dots. Okay, that's it. So anything else is definitely plausible. Here we go. We can record this sound. Perfect. And we can relight this and wait for something else to happen now. I will probably get a video of the hunting ghost. Wait. Got it. Is this going to count too? Nice. Okay. So that was a ghost orb event, is what that is. So I got a video of the ghost orb, and I got the recording of the sound. Yep, we have mist form, and then mist form. Perfect. So I can record this firelight being blown out. Oh, like that. Okay, we don't want to do the same sound recording, so we aren't going to do that. Oh, it talked to us. The ghost talked to us. Perfect. So that should be all of these done. Now I just need one more video, which I can do during this hunt that we're going to have. Okay. Oh. Or that. That works too. I can't see it though. There it is. Oh my gosh. So ugly. I think that was all my media. Yep, sure was. So all that we have to do here is cleanse the area near the ghost using incense, which we can do right now. I'm going to do it right now. And that is a perfect game. However, I do want to show off how the Diogen hunts. There you go. So that's all 3 objectives. That's all of the evidences, or all of the medias. There we go. And then we figured out what our ghost is with the evidence. And we got the bone, which is the other part that you need for a perfect game. So there's actually a watch that will show you what your sanity is. So I think the Diogen hunts at sanity 40, and that looks like around where we're at. However, I'm not too worried about this Diogen hunting. So I'm going to go grab another smudge stick to show you how that works in a hunt as well. The Diogen is a very unique ghost when it comes to hunting. A lot of ghosts act fairly similarly while hunting. There are some that are just very plain, such as like a spirit and like a shade, sort of, and a few others work pretty much the exact same during hunts, with maybe 1 or 2 small differences. The Diogen is very unique. You can always tell based off of the hunt that it is a Diogen. So we have some smudges. We already have all of our media completed, so I'm just doing this to show you guys how the Dio hunts. I don't think I actually have enough sanity to light the entire summoning circle, but it'll get me down to 0 sanity, which means that Diogen is much more likely to hunt. Never mind. Oh, nope. They went out because I don't have enough sanity. Okay, that means my sanity is probably at 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one of these here. I'm going to remove this. Oh wait, let me take it all the way upstairs. I think the Diogen is hunting. Okay, I have a smudge stick. So you can see it's coming closer, but the closer it gets to me, the slower it goes. So it's going to slowly follow me. If it gets all the way to me, I will die. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to smudge it, which means that it can't hurt me for a short period of time. And I'm going to go downstairs. You hear it's really, really fast when it's far away from me, but once it gets close, it's very slow. So now we can... Yep, we're good. That's how a Diogen works. That was a hunt. The ghost chases after you if it sees where you are, and if it reaches you, you will die. So there you go. Lighting the summoning circle would have meant that the ghost would stand in the summoning circle for a little bit, and after that, it would have hunted. However, I did not have enough sanity to light all the candles, because lighting the candles reduces your sanity some. And if you have 0 sanity, then you can't keep lighting the candle. So I could have come back and taken, I don't have any sanity medication on this loadout for some reason. If I had sanity meds, I could have come back and taken sanity medication to replenish some of that sanity. There you go, that's a perfect game. So that was my explanation of how, I'm pretty sure I explained how everything works. There you go. That is the explanation of how most items work. So we're gonna go ahead and play another game and probably get a more normal ghost. But look at that. So we get our perfect investigation bonus. You definitely don't have to work towards the perfect investigation. You can just play to try to figure out what the ghost is, and that might be what I do this next time. And you get XP, you level up. As you level up, you are able to first get more equipment, but also you're able to upgrade your equipment, right? So I can upgrade this. That's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and show you how that works. So I have this much money. In here, it'll tell you how much it costs to upgrade things. This costs a lot, to, or 8,000 to upgrade this. This costs 5,000 to upgrade. This headgear costs 10,000 to upgrade, but I don't generally use headgear. So I will go ahead and upgrade the motion sensor to tier 3, and I will upgrade the parabolic microphone to tier 3. Now, in my quick loadouts, I'm going to put both of those, the motion sensor and the parabolic microphone, to tier 3. I am going to get sanity medication. There you go. So that we have that for our next game. Okay. So that's good now. We're going to do the same thing, but I think we will go to a new map so that you can see a different house layout. Willow Street was recently reworked. It is one of my favorite maps, and I think they did amazing with the rework, so I still love it, even though I really liked it before the update too. It is a cat house, which makes me happy because I love cats. So let's go ahead and run it back with professional. We probably won't go for a perfect game unless it just lends itself to that. Perfect games are much easier to get when you're playing with multiplayer because there are multiple people who can work on different media at the same time. It takes a lot more time to do all of the media yourself. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to go with a similar start, I think. Okay, we need to capture a photo of the ghost. Have a member of your team escape during the ghost during a hunt. So we are with the Diogen hunt that we had, that would have counted because the ghost saw me and came towards me, and it didn't end up killing me. If the ghost never sees you, this doesn't count for a completion, and if you die during the hunt, then it doesn't count because you didn't escape. And then detect the ghost presence with a motion sensor. I can show how the motion sensor works. What didn't I show? I didn't show how the parabolic microphone works. I might show that. This is a sound sensor. You can put them in the map, and then if you come back to the truck, you can hear the sounds inside the building near where the sound sensor is. But that generally isn't something that you use when you're playing single player because you always have to be inside to do things. All right. So let's go for it. I'll grab a flashlight. I will grab a photo cam, and I will grab a EMF reader. This is generally what I start with, especially when I'm playing multiplayer. A really good item for finding the ghost room is actually going to be the thermometer, but it's generally not what I run. Okay, I don't see the bone here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the bone and try to take a picture of that, as well as turning on the breaker. Okay, the breaker's right here in the garage. It is now on, so we have lights. I don't see the bone in this area. We can check the garage. Oh my gosh! That scared me. That jump scared me so bad. I did not expect that. This is a really active ghost. Okay, I'd say it's in the kitchen here. Holy crap. Hopefully I don't just instantly get hunted and die. That would be rather unfortunate. I am almost thinking it is a Thay with how active it is. Oh, my heart is racing. That was terrifying. Okay. I guess I'm not really going to be searching for the bone. I'm just going to try to figure out what this ghost is and not die. I'll probably bring in a crucifix right away. Theoretically, at high sanity, you are very unlikely... Is that not an EMF? Oh, I guess that jumped to 6, not 5. You are very much less likely to get hunted when you are high sanity. However, there are some exceptions. Like, a demon can technically hunt at any time, and Thays are more active at the beginning of the game. They have a unique thing where they age over time, but they only age when you are near them. So when you're just in the van or somewhere else in the building, not near the ghost, they don't tend to age fast, which means that they are very active at the beginning, and they can hunt at a high sanity. There are a few others that hunt at higher sanities, but we won't get too far into them. Just know that there are some very dangerous ghosts that are called early hunters. Okay, so I'm going to grab this just in case, and then I will grab things that we can just set down in the room and wait to see if we get any interaction with them. I guess I should bring in the thermometer to just double check that it is in this room and that it didn't just wander to me. There are a few ghosts that can wander from very far away and interact with things around where you are. Okay, we'll put down our dots. Leave it somewhere like that. Seems fine. Place down the writing book. Let's go grab some more items. It is storming outside, which is kind of creepy. There's the moon. That does mean that it will be colder all over inside, generally. Alright, we'll grab thermometer, our video camera, and the spirit box. Grab all of our evidence items. Okay, so let's see, what's the temperature in this room? At 11 in this room, 12. And here it's 8, so it's definitely in this area. Okay, good to know. The temperature will keep going down the longer the ghost is in this room. I am going to come over here and turn these lights on. I am actually going to turn these ones off, though, for a second to check for any sort of ghost orb. I'm not seeing the ghost orb. It'll also tell me if you can record the ghost orb if you get that. So that does help, even if you aren't fully able to see it. There's the ghost again. Dang, it's finished. I was hoping I might get a picture out of it too. I definitely got the recording of the ghost though. So we're going to say no orb, which means it can't be a Thay. Could still be a demon, which is kind of scary. There's this, okay. We'll check again for the temperature. Okay, it's still in 8, 7, 8, something like that, so it'll probably still keep going down over time. We have not gotten any writing yet. I will actually put this on the table so that it is easier for me to spot when it does happen. Where's the other stuff that I grabbed? Where did I throw everything? My delusion? Oh, there's the spirit box. We'll check that in a second. And did I not grab UV? I guess not. I'll have to go back for that. Yeah. Okay. Let's go grab our UV, just in case it decides to touch a door at some point, or something along those lines. I guess I can also grab some salt, and I might want to bring some incense in, because that's a little scary. It is very active ghost. Okay. Yep, so there's our UV. Grab salt. Ooh, actually, maybe I'll grab the sound sensor and salt, and I won't grab the smudge quite yet. Okay, so we're going to use the salt to help check for if the ghost has... Hello? What just happened? I don't know. I think I adjusted my volume and it scared me. Okay. See if it has any UV. Turn this on. I don't know that it has touched anything yet. I don't think it has. Okay, I'm gonna go grab smudge now. Smudge is probably a good idea. Alright. Smudge, lighter, firelight, and the motion sensor, I guess. So we can display how the tier 3 motion sensor works. The motion sensor basically shows you where the ghost is, if the ghost enters its range. So, let's place it down here, and we'll see if the ghost ever walks around that area. I guess we'll use this to double check and make sure the ghost is still in this room. It does not appear to be. It appears to have moved somewhere else. I wonder where it moved to. It's warmer over here. Did it move into the garage? Maybe into the entrance? Or did it move somewhere entirely different? Wow, okay. Let's check the bathroom. No? It actually might have moved into this hall just a minute ago. Don't see it in here. Yeah, I think it might be in the hall now. Oh, never mind, it's in here. Oh, did it break the lights in here? Oh, it turned off the breaker. I was about to say, did it break the lights already? No. Okay, so you can see, this time the ghost decided to change rooms. So we're gonna grab some of our stuff and move it in there. Turned on this light, and this, has it been in here the whole time? Okay. Gonna grab some other stuff. Grab this, dots. Oh, that's an orb. So it has been in here probably the whole time. It's just been interacting with me in the other room. Did I turn this on? I swear I turned this off. Oh, it's just gonna keep going. Okay. So I did see the orb, so we can mark that down as one of our things. So it could still be a thing, I think. That's what that means. Oh, is that what would... Okay, this needs to stop. Oh my gosh. Did it... Is it something else? Can I not interact with this? Okay, whatever. Let's grab this, and it flicked a switch. Let's grab this to check that. No? Did it not? It touched this. That's fingerprints! You can see the smudge mark there. Okay, so that's UV. I'll also put this here. So we have UV Ghost Orb. Ooh. Banshee, Hantu, Obake, Chromos. Okay. So, let's check... Did I bring that? Yes, I did. Let's check for freezing again. Oh, it's kind of low. It's not quite there yet, though. I don't think it's freezing, because it isn't quite low enough. So we'll rule that out, which means it can't be a Hantu. It can have Obake, Chromos, or Banshee. We'll have to check some other things. That phone is going to drive me insane. It is glitched, and I do not know why. Grab this, and this, I think it might be a Banshee, if I'm being honest, because it seems to have wandered over to where I was very, very early on, which means that it's going to be a... Oh, it can't be ghostwriting, okay? It's going to be in the dots if it's that. Okay, we'll see. Let's turn this off. Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? How old are you? Was that the dots? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Where are you? Oh, it's throwing stuff. Okay. Don't know if I can get any sort of videos of that. EMF 3. Turn this off. I don't think we're getting that. I am kind of scared that it is just gonna kill me at some point here. Okay then. Yep, let's take a second. That also jump scared me because I did not expect that. I'm feeling like it's going to be a Banshee, because a Banshee has the ability to roam to where the player is. They tend to go to where you are, often. Gonna grab another one of these, so that I feel a little bit more safe. So we're looking for dots, that's what we're hoping for. I suppose I can try and see if we can get a Banshee through this parabolic microphone. How this works is it uses a zone, right? It has wherever you're pointing, you can get sounds from it, right? So it'll pick up on ghost sounds that you wouldn't normally hear without it. Sort of like the sound sensor, but a bit different. Okay, I'm gonna put this out here for more security in this area. I suppose I should figure out where a hiding spot is. Where do we have a hiding spot? Do we have this? We do have this closet. Okay, this closet is a good hiding spot. So we will definitely use that. We're going to try to listen for voices. Okay, so you saw the motion sensor is detecting it. The ghost is in here. What is happening? There's so many sounds going on. We're also going to, hopefully it will appear in the dots. So we're listening for a special thing called a Banshee scream, is what we're hoping for. Oh, that's loud on the phone. Is it throwing stuff in the other room? Is it still in here? I still see my breath. It appears to still be in here. Yeah, still interacting with things. What is that? I don't want the phone. It appears to be interacting with so many things out of the area here. I don't actually know how the Chromos works. I haven't read about it yet. I'm not very familiar with all the new ghosts. We're still listening for a sound, or waiting for it to appear in the dots. What's our other option? Spirit box. I guess I could check that again. Ghosts. Chromos. Which one is this one? Where is it? Am I blind? Yes. Does not see. Incredibly strong hearing, they are nearly blind. Interesting. Keep listening. Don't know what that is. Is that it rustling against plants? Oh, there it is, the dots. Yep, it's a Banshee. We're gonna try to listen for a Banshee scream, because why not? Let's click that. So we have dots. So it is 100% a Banshee now. So I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna keep listening for a special thing. Only the Banshee does. It has a special sound that it makes, a Banshee scream. Oh, there it is. I see it. Got a video. Nice. Still no sound. So I won't torture us and make us stand here for forever. Just know that this is a thing that can happen. And instead, I think I will go and try to figure out what our cursed possession is. And we will get a hunt to show how normal hunts work. Where did I leave my flashlight? I think over here. Perfect. How are we doing on sanity, actually? Okay, it's about in normal hunting range. We don't have near... Oh, it turned off the breaker. Let's turn that back on. I don't actually remember where all the new cursed possession places are. I guess we can check for Ouija board. No Ouija board. Oh, there's the bone. I will grab it, even though I don't have my photo cam on me. As I said, I'm not exactly sure where all the locations for the different cursed possessions are, so I might look at one and just completely miss that it's there. I would not be surprised if this happens. I'm also going to keep my smudge on me because, as stated, the Banshee does actually wander to where the player is often, and sometimes it can wander to you and then start a hunt, which gets pretty scary because then all of a sudden the ghost is hunting from right where you are. It's ignoring the crucifix that's in the ghost room. Am I blind? Could it be here? I do not know where cursed possessions are. This is fine. Oh! Yeah, see, it keeps coming to where I am instead of being in its ghost room and only interacting with me when I'm in the ghost room. I honestly might be safer just staying in here where the ghost is. Oh, it burned the cruci. I missed it. Oh well. I can get a picture if I even have my photo cam in here. Well, that means that it's in hunting range, which means that you guys might get to experience this. See how these hunts work. Now, what I'll do is I'll take this cruci over to here, and I'll stand here. So I can loop the ghost, so you can see me trying to loop a normal ghost, different than a Diogen. And then I can go into there and hide real fast. So yeah, let me open that up. Alright. Oh, see, it's wandered over to me already. Okay, ghost. Not exactly what I'm asking for. But I'll take a free picture, I guess. Thanks. You're done now, thank you. That's enough. I'm expecting that this crucifix will deal with it if it tries to hunt where I am, and that it'll go back to its ghost room and it'll hunt from there. But I guess we'll see. Maybe I should be sitting with the lights out somewhere. But I'd like to be able to see the ghost while I'm hunting it. It can definitely hunt now. This is a very, very active ghost. Oftentimes the ghost won't do this many events right in a row. If I was trying to get all the evidence, or not the evidence, all the media, it would be very useful that it's doing so much stuff. But alas, I'm just trying to get it to hunt now. Hey Banshee, can you please hunt me? It would be really great if you could hunt me. Yeah, as I said, I don't actually know where the cursed possession is. Oh my gosh. What's that? Wait, what did it click? That. There we go. Got it. Did it just turn off the breaker? It did. Breaker's back on. I'm gonna keep wandering and hope that it doesn't just hunt on me. See if I can't figure out where this cursed possession is so that I can get a hunt faster. It's still over here. It's very scary waiting for a Banshee to hunt, because I never know where it's going to hunt from. It's going to be right at me. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. Now, I am kind of worried that it... Frick, I just caused that thing to hunt by throwing that. Here it is. So you'll see that the ghost is going to follow me, and it's slowly going to get faster and faster, and I'm going to light this, close myself in, and turn off my flashlight. So now we're in here, and the ghost doesn't know where I am, because it's not a Diogen, so it doesn't sprint straight for me. So now it'll wander around aimlessly, you can hear its footsteps, until the hunt eventually stops. It won't be able to see me through here, even though if it walks past. Okay, the hunt is done. There we go. Now we're gonna leave. Yeah, so if you throw the music box, it will start the ghost hunt immediately. Alright, there we are. So, for this, we have circled that we have a Banshee. We did not get our perfect game or anything, but we did show off how most of the things work at this point. So let's make sure that we got that right. I imagine based on its, based on how it was acting, that it is a Banshee, and that all of our evidence was correct. Generally, evidence, if you see an evidence, you are always going to be sure that that is the correct evidence. However, there is one ghost that is kind of weird that I will talk about if we eventually see that, called a mimic. It has 3 evidence, plus it also has a 4th one that is always there, that is ghost orbs. So there you go, I leveled up. We got some money from that. It was not a perfect game, but we still got a lot of money. Because we got a daily and a weekly. Perfect. So, yep, thank you for watching. As stated, this is mainly for my family so that they can see mostly how the game works. Hopefully that was slow enough gameplay for people to be able to follow. Hopefully I explained enough. I imagine I'll probably continue to explain things for the next few videos that I do, even if I'm playing with my girlfriend. But eventually we'll get into the rhythm of I'll explain the more niche stuff of the ghosts more often. I explained a little bit with how the Diogen works, how it's special, explained a little bit with the Banshee, and I touched on a few other ghosts, but as we get them, you'll be able to see more if you aren't already sure how the ghosts work. And I will talk quickly about this difficulty, though. We have been playing on Professional, which means that there's a few crazy things in this, like, oh, Fusebox starts off, or like fewer hiding places. These are shorter grace period. These are all more advanced things, but the biggest thing is that you have 3 evidences. You'll notice that if you go to Nightmare mode, let's see if it says it here. And yes, ghosts will hide 1 type of evidence. So you'll only get 2 evidences, and then from there, you are forced to figure out what the ghost is based on how it behaves, rather than what evidence you can get. So we will touch more on that as we're playing other things. The Diogen was a very clear ghost to be able to see how it acts differently, whereas the Banshee acted fairly normal, aside from I was pointing out that the ghost was wandering to where I was, even though its ghost room was at the back of the house. It came all the way up to the living room and the kitchen and stuff. So we'll explain more about that later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful so that you can be able to follow what's going on in the future if you continue to watch these Phasmophobia videos, or if you're watching anyone else's and you feel sort of lost, and this is the sort of guide to Phasmophobia that you're getting, the basic tutorial on how things work. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!